Hey guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes out and just share with you a couple of tips for fishing the canals for Zander really. Just my favourite, preferred way of rigging lures and a few of my favourite lures. So the first option that I tend to go for is the chub rig, mainly because it enables me to fish these very often snaggy canals, snag free. It also has a few other advantages as well. It gives you've got a very nice articulation in the lure and onto the, from the actual jig weight itself. I often use these with the Zander Pro shads, and what I tend to do different to others is to rig these Pro shads sideways. The reason for this is it gives me a stronger silhouette as the fish is looking up, as that lure is falling in through the water column. And the other advantage is it helps my hooking quite a bit actually. Because of the gape of the hook, it gives you a much deeper gape and it allows that hook to strike home more easily, as if I was to rig the shad conventionally. So there's the chub rig. Give it a go yourself, mount the lure sideways, think outside the box, be different, and it'll catch you more fish. Okay guys, tip number 2, creature baits, crayfish imitations in particular. It's often a lure that gets overlooked for Zander, and it's one that shouldn't really. Crayfish are often in abundance all over the country these days. If you ever notice and pay particular attention to the Zander's teeth, on the canal systems you'll often find that they're rounded over, and this is because they feed quite heavily on crayfish. And particularly as we go into these warmer months now, spring's approaching, these crayfish come out of being dormant, if you like, and the Zander will often feed heavily on these, particularly after spawning. The way I like to rig them is a nice simple Texas rig, just nice simplicity really. It allows me to fish that lure on the deck, close to the bottom, and out the snags. Okay guys, my next tip is don't be afraid to use jig heads with smaller size hooks. Even if it looks out of proportion to the lure, Zander will often hit your lure head on. A smaller size hook with a thinner gauge wire will give you better penetration, in return will help you land more fish. Quite often with Zander, when you start getting those finicky bites, they're very often smaller fish, and by reducing the hook size and the gauge in the wire, it'll help you to convert those finicky bites into fish on the bank. Okay guys, probably the most important tip I can give you is don't get too complacent in the way that you fish your lures. Every day is different. It's up to you to find the key to unlock the code. By that I mean changing things up, your retrieve, your lures, the colour of your lures, until you find that presentation that suits on that particular day. And once you do, it can often turn a very difficult day into a great day.